Good friend Rick De La Stick here with number 4 for shoulder health and mobility and prehab, injury prevention, all that good stuff. Rehab if you're already snapped up. These are all things that you should do, regardless of where you are with your shoulder health. So guys, as you know, today is perhaps, I believe, day 6 of pressing every single day, and I'm feeling tight and I'm feeling sore, but I want to keep going because I'm making gains. The gains aren't stopping, so why should I? Plus, I don't necessarily want to lift in my garage. See, I could do deadlifts, I could work my grip, but I'm in Florida and it's exceptionally hot out now, very humid, so that doesn't sound very attracting to me. I would prefer to continue making them pressing gains, them deltoid gains. So with that being said, I'm tight. To add to that as well, for strength and conditioning today, I had to bench press too. So my anterior delts, my pecs are feeling very fatigued and very tight. So it is never a good idea to go into a workout feeling tight, feeling perhaps fatigued, without testing the waters first. For me to go directly into overhead pressing would be the dumbest thing that I could possibly do. And I'm making this video because I started doing my mobility drills, my warm-up drills, every single day before I press, because I've learned my lesson from a very long time ago. Pressing every day is sketchy. Pressing every day without doing very specific prehab drills is just neurotic. You will get snapped up. Without a doubt, you will get snapped up. So I was warming up today. Man, I'm stuffed. I was warming up today, and I felt how exceptionally tight I was. And because of that, I decided to throw a couple different drills in there, and I haven't covered these for you guys yet, so I figured this was a perfect opportunity to bang out 2 birds with 1 stone. So, first one I'm going to show you guys is the drill that exposed to me just how freaking tight I really was. So hopefully this camera doesn't fall while I'm doing this. First thing, very easy, very similar to what I have shown. You guys may remember. By the way, everything that I've shown, you should do it all if you have the time. Or you just pick and choose, but don't just do 1 or 2 things. Combine this stuff. Like I said, I can't upload videos that are over 15 minutes from my phone. I don't know why that is, but I can't. So I can't put it all in one video. And if I do edit it, that's when the quality gets super blurry. I don't know why that is either. But regardless, so I just want to show this to you guys real fast as well. I showed you Y's. Ah, dang it. Let's get that back. I showed you Y's, T's, W's, M's. But you can also do it from an incline bench, and it works exceptionally well as well. Y's, W, T, M. And I've also showed you handcuffs, and you can do the same thing, Y handcuffs, on an incline bench, and it works very well as well. And it may be more comfortable for some of you that don't want to lay on the floor. Some of you ask me, what do you do with your face? Do you jam it straight in the ground? Well, this is an option, an alternative. You don't have to do that. But let's get to the main thing I want to address. I realized how messed up my shoulders were with this first one. I guess you just call them swimmers. Just lay on the bench and literally like you were doing. I'm not a swimmer, I never have been. I've always been a wrestler, I've always been a competitive athlete. So I don't know what this stroke's called. I don't know if this is the breaststroke, I don't know. I doubt it's the breaststroke. Who knows what it's called? I certainly don't. But just like you're swimming through the water. So very similar to the Y handcuffs. Okay, but obviously different in nature, different dynamic to it. So like I said, you should do them both. But just starting off, swimming. I was like doing this with 0 weight, and I was like, holy cow, that is tight. That does not feel good. Clearly, it's probably a combination from pressing every single day and doing bench pressing for strength and conditioning today. A combo that I wasn't even using weight yet, and it feels horrific. So what I did was I'm going to show you guys my absolute 3 favorite bandage stretches for the upper body. I believe that you could do nothing but these 3 stretches and have great upper body mobility. All right, I think that should be a good angle. As you can see, I'm hanging a band from the top of the rack. It really works anywhere. The first one, guys, you just wrap your hand around it like so, All right, like I'm throwing a baseball. Think about if you're throwing a baseball. That's all it is. Now, I feel a stretch in my pec, my anterior delt. Now what I can do to further the stretch is, let's pretend I don't have the band. See how it would be like if I was throwing a baseball, or if I was doing an exercise, it'd be like if I'm doing a cable crossover, right? Try to actively engage your pecs and delts. Like try to push the band down as if you were doing a fly, and then relax. And that'll increase the stretch. So you fight it, you fight it, you fight it, you exhaust the muscle so that it gets in a deeper stretch. Because as you're stretching, your muscle's contracting. It doesn't want to be stretched out. Okay, so that's the first one. Pec, anterior delt. Then all I simply do is now I'm just going to turn around. See? Taking this arm, and I'm just draping it over like so. Now I can move around and I'm just stretching out my traps. All right, you're going to feel it all in your upper traps. You're going to feel it lower on your back, mid traps, all the little scapular musculature. Just moving through that. And then last one, I'm just stretching out my lat. All right, you guys see how I'm doing that? Let me change the angle so you can see all of them. Get a better angle. Sorry that this muscle laboratory is just so freaking dirty and messy. But as someone pointed out before, you don't have a true home gym if it doesn't look like a hoarder's nest. You know what I'm saying? Where there's just weights thrown everywhere. Because that means that you're hardcore. You don't care how clean it is. You don't care if there's a mess. You just want to utilize equipment. You want it here and now. All right, so let's see. First one, stretching my pec. So I'm going to just fight it a tad bit, engage my pecs, and then let it pull it back. All right, second one, I'll do it here just so you can see the angle better. See how I got my hand? All right. This arm just drapes over. And you can do the same thing. You could shrug, try to engage your traps, and then relax. Let it stretch them out more. And then third one, I'm just fully extended and I'm throwing myself underneath the band. I'm looking for a stretch all throughout my lats. And same thing here. You can pull, right? Try to engage your lats and let it stretch them out even more so. All right, other side. See, it's quick and efficient too. Pecs, anterior delts. Turn. Traps. Pull. You can shift. Like a sack of potatoes. Lats. Throw yourself under. You can pull, engage your lats. Like actively use your lats and let them get pulled back up. Bigger stretch. Okay. I'm feeling looser up top. Now, as I said, because my anterior delts, my pecs are probably super tight from benching earlier and pressing every single day, I'm going to use this. Remember I told you I bought this Fit Grip. I really don't use this for much, another fat grip implement. I don't use it for much, but it's pretty much exactly the same thing as a lacrosse ball, minus just the hole in it. You can use a lacrosse ball, you can use a tennis ball, you can use anything. If you have like fat grips or something along those lines, just do a little self-myofascial release. If you have like just fat grips, you don't have a ball to use, then just dig this into your pec, dig it into your pec, and then just do like eye raises. Back, just like arm swings. Back, back. The problem when using a fat grip though is it's going to want to shift, which is why I'm going to use this instead. Tennis ball is going to be the cheapest option to go. Just dig it. Obviously I'm just trying to get the best camera angle too, which is why this is also frantic. I just got so many plates laying around in my gym. Right in the pec, mash that pec up, raise, back, up, back. Just let that ball dig in your pec. Opposite side. Really jam your pec into it. Up, back, up, back. Okay, good. Now, I can take these 1 pound implements, these fat grips, and I'll go back to swimming now. I did it with no weight. Now I got 1 pound. Just up, just like I'm swimming through the water. Just trying to get my hands as high as I can. If you have really bad shoulder mobility, you probably won't even be able to get them above your head. And that's really bad. If you can't get them here, you shouldn't be doing overhead pressing. I want you to think about that for a second. If you can't raise your arms above your head with just about 0 weight, think about how bad it really is for your shoulders to press 100+ pounds above your head when you can't do it with any weight. Think about that. All right, so I'm just gonna try to, just like I'm swimming, so going straight up as high as I can, and just doing a full stroke. Okay, do that for about 10 reps. You can go back to your stretches that I showed. Self-myofascial release. If you want to do, you can grab some 2.5. You can go 2. Right? You can hold Y's, W's, T's, M's. All right, and then you can go to swimming again. Now with some 2.5s. Or if you have some little dumbbells, I have some little 2 pound pink dumbbells for my daughter. I don't know where they are, but these 2.5s will suffice. Okay, it doesn't seem like much, guys, but honestly, the difference that my shoulders feel, it's night and day. And I didn't even do the majority of the stuff that I showed you guys. All right, this is all new stuff that I'm showing you. I could also do with a band. I could do external rotations, like external rotation to press. With dumbbells, I could just do Cuban rotations, Cuban press. Right, I could do that stuff as well. Just the banded T's, banded Y's, banded face pulls to external rotation to press, all that good stuff. And then of course, there's even more to show, but we're running out of time on this video, so I'll save that for a different time. But it's night and day, guys. And all I did to sum it up is, if your shoulders, you don't know they're feeling a little tweaky, or if you're doing a pressing day, where you're gonna be doing bench press or incline press or overhead press, go on an incline bench first, just swim, both arms, just swim. If that feels funky and tight, that means that you gotta do a more extensive warm up. So stretch pecs, anterior delts, stretch traps, stretch lats. Do a little bit of lacrosse ball work on your pecs, on your delts. You could foam roll your lats out as well. And then go back and without any weight again, swim. And see the difference how much different that's gonna feel, how much better that's gonna feel. Now think about that. Think about if you're going into that workout and you're pressing 100, 135, 185, 200+ pounds before you did that extensive warm up. You think your shoulders are gonna feel good? They might get warmed up to an extent, just doing like the bar, doing 85 pounds, doing 115 pounds, doing 135 pounds, but you're in dysfunction right now. You're dysfunctional and you're working in a dysfunctional state with your shoulders. Anyone that's experienced a shoulder injury knows how irritating that is, how debilitating that is. And a lot of times too, if you hurt your shoulder, it's not just like, oh, I can't do any pressing. You can't do anything. Deadlifting's even gonna hurt you. Squatting's gonna hurt. Front squatting's gonna hurt like crazy. Just getting your arms behind the bar is gonna hurt in a back squat. Deadlifting, it's because, right, you get a little bit of this internal rotation. It's no good. So if you guys can get anything out of my channel at this point with everything I've uploaded, it's to take this advice to heart. I'm preaching from experience. This stuff is going to extend your lifting career 20 years. I mean, that's just totally guesstimate, but again, my shoulders were feeling funky. Now they're feeling loose as a goose.